Hey there, crafty friends. Did you know that the global handmade market is expected to hit $1.2 billion this year? That's billion, with a B. It's quite an astonishing figure, isn't it? Just imagine, all those lovely handmade items finding new homes, bringing joy to both the maker and the buyer. It truly shows the value people place on unique handcrafted pieces. And it's a market that's just brimming with opportunity for talented individuals like yourselves. Today, I'm going to show you how to get your slice of that pie using just your sewing machine, a bit of strategy, and some smart project choices. It's not just about being clever with a needle and thread, though that's certainly where the magic begins. It's also about being clever with your approach, understanding what people are looking for, and presenting your beautiful creations in the best possible light. We'll go through it step by step, just like a well-written pattern. I've been turning fabric into income for over 8 years now, but let me tell you, it wasn't always smooth sailing. My very first craft fair, I spent 3 weeks making elaborate seat covers. I was sure they'd sell like hotcakes. Oh, the hours I poured into those, choosing the perfect piping and ensuring every seam was just so. Not a single one sold. Meanwhile, the lady next to me sold out of baby bibs in 2 hours. That was the moment everything changed for me. If you're tired of spending hours on projects that just sit in your craft room, or you want to finally turn your sewing hobby into real income, you're in the right place. Let's start with the absolute goldmine, baby items. New parents, grandparents, and friends are always on the lookout for something special, something unique for the new arrival. They are often willing to pay premium prices for handmade baby goods. And honestly, who can blame them? There's something so wonderfully personal about a handcrafted gift for a little one. It speaks of care, of love, and of taking the time to create something truly memorable. It's a market filled with emotion, and that's a powerful thing. When you think about it, the demand is constant. Babies are born all year round, and with each new arrival comes the need for adorable, practical, and safe items. Think about baby showers, christenings, first birthdays. The opportunities for gifting are plentiful, and parents themselves are often looking for items that are not only charming, but also made from good quality, gentle materials. This is where your skills as a sewist can truly shine, offering something that mass-produced items simply can't match in character or quality. Now, what sort of baby items are we talking about? Well, bibs are an absolute classic, as I learned early on. They're quick to make, you can use lovely, fun fabrics, and they're always needed. Then there are burp cloths, another practical essential that can be made rather fetching with a bit of lovely fabric and a neat trim. Soft baby blankets, perhaps with a minky backing for extra snuggle factor, are always a hit. And don't forget little soft toys, taggy blankets, or even charming nursery decor items like fabric bunting or cot organizers. The key here is to choose fabrics that are not only delightful to look at, but also soft, durable, and most importantly, safe for babies. Next up, let's talk about home decor. This has been my bread and butter for years, and for good reason. People love to refresh their living spaces, to add a touch of personality, and handmade items offer that unique charm that you just can't find in a big box store. From small decorative touches to more substantial pieces, there's a wide scope for your sewing talents here. And the lovely thing is, trends in home decor change, offering continuous inspiration for new creations. Pillow covers are an absolutely perfect place to start, especially if you're a beginner or looking for a project that's relatively quick to produce but has a high perceived value. They can transform a sofa or a bed in an instant. Think about the variety different sizes, from small accent cushions to large floor pillows, different shapes, square, rectangular, even round if you're feeling adventurous. And the fabric possibilities are endless. Luxurious velvets, crisp linens, sturdy cotton ducks, or even charming patchwork designs. Beyond pillow covers, there's a whole world of home decor items you can create. Table runners and placemats can add a lovely touch to a dining space, especially for seasonal celebrations. Cheerful tea towels, perhaps with an embroidered motif or a quirky print, are always popular gifts. Simple fabric storage baskets can be both practical and stylish, helping to keep homes tidy. Even straightforward items like cafe curtains or valances can be a good seller if you find the right niche. It's ever so important to keep an eye on current home decor trends. Are people leaning towards minimalist Scandinavian styles or perhaps a more bohemian, eclectic look? Now, let's talk craft fair winners. Those fast, fun, impulse buy items that can really make your table buzz with activity. Accessories are absolutely brilliant for this. They're often smaller, requiring less fabric and time than larger projects, which means you can offer them at a more accessible price point. This makes them perfect for shoppers looking for a little treat for themselves or a thoughtful, affordable gift. They are the bread and butter of many a successful craft stall. Tote bags are an absolute must-have in your craft fair arsenal. They are incredibly versatile and always in demand. Think about the different styles you could offer: simple shoppers for groceries, sturdy canvas bags for books or beach trips, perhaps even more stylish versions with pockets and linings. The seasonal strategy, stitching through the year. Now here's a game changer, my dears. Understanding and harnessing seasonal demand. I used to make whatever I felt like, whenever the mood struck. And while there's joy in that pure creativity, if you're aiming for profit, a more strategic approach is needed. Now, I plan my sewing projects and production schedule around the seasons, and let me tell you, it's practically doubled my profits. It's like knowing when your prize-winning roses will be in full bloom. You prepare for it. Think about it. Customer needs and desires change dramatically throughout the year. What sells like hotcakes in December might gather dust in July. By aligning your creations with the seasons, you're tapping into what people are actively looking for at that specific time. This means your items are more likely to be seen, desired, and purchased. It's about being relevant and timely, which is ever so important in any retail environment, handmade or otherwise. Let's break it down by season. For spring, you might think of Easter-themed items like fabric baskets for eggs, or table runners with spring motifs like bunnies or daffodils. Lighter fabrics, floral prints, and items for spring cleaning or gardening, like pretty peg bags, could also do well. It's a time of renewal and freshness, so your products should reflect that. Where to sell? Finding your perfect marketplace. Right then, let's talk about where to sell your lovely handmade projects for maximum return and to reach the right sort of customer. It's not just about making beautiful things. You need to get them in front of people who will appreciate and buy them. There are several avenues, each with its own charm and challenges, and often a combination works best. It's like choosing the right display stand for your cakes. Some suit a village fete, others a grand exhibition. Etsy is still often the first port of call for many handmade sellers, and for good reason. It's a huge, established global marketplace, specifically for handmade and vintage items, meaning customers arrive there already looking for what you offer. The platform provides tools to set up your shop, process payments, and manage orders. However, because it's so popular, it can also be very competitive. Standing out requires excellent photography, well-written descriptions with good keywords. That's SEO, my dears. And top-notch customer service. Then we have craft fairs and markets. I do have a soft spot for these. There's nothing quite like interacting directly with your customers, seeing their delight as they pick up your creations, and getting immediate feedback. Sales are often instant, which is very satisfying. The downsides can be booth fees, the physical effort of setting up and packing down, and sometimes unpredictable footfall or weather. Success here often depends on a good display, engaging personality, and offering a range of price points. Title: Pricing for Profit, Valuing Your Stitches. This part, my dears, is absolutely critical. You must price your items for profit, not just to break even or cover your fabric costs. This is perhaps the biggest mistake I see new sewing entrepreneurs make. They meticulously count the cost of their materials, but then they forget all the other essential ingredients that go into their business. It's like baking a beautiful cake and forgetting to charge for the oven's electricity or your own time. So what should you be including in your pricing? First, of course, are your direct material costs. Fabric, thread, zippers, buttons, interfacing, any embellishments. Keep meticulous records of these. But that's just the starting point. The next and hugely important factor is your time. You must pay yourself a fair hourly wage for every minute you spend on your business. Not just sewing, but designing, cutting, pressing, photographing, listing, packing, and marketing. Your skill and time have real value. Then there are the overheads, those often hidden costs of doing business. If you sell on Etsy, there are listing fees and transaction fees. If you do craft fairs, there's the booth fee, travel costs, and perhaps display equipment. Think about electricity for your sewing machine and iron, software subscriptions if you use any, packaging materials, boxes, mailers, labels, thank you cards, and any marketing expenses like business cards or online ads. So there we have it. If you want to make real money with your wonderful sewing skills, the secret is to focus on projects that people are genuinely looking to buy, not just the things that are perhaps the most fun for us to make in isolation. It's about finding that lovely sweet spot where your passion meets market demand. It's a bit like choosing the right bake for the village fair. You want something that will delight the judges and fly off the table. Start with a few key categories that resonate with you and have proven sales potential. Perhaps baby items, stylish home decor, or those charming little accessories. And then you can gradually grow and diversify your offerings from there as you gain confidence and learn more about your customers. Remember to plan your makes seasonally to catch those waves of demand. Price your creations smartly to ensure you're truly profiting from your hard work, and sell where your ideal buyers are spending their time. That's the recipe for turning your beloved sewing passion into a rewarding and profitable venture. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's your best-selling sewing project? Or perhaps what are you dreaming of making and selling? Drop a comment below. I'd be thrilled to read them. And if this video has given you a little food for thought or a dash of inspiration, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crafty business tips. Next week's video is Top 5 Mistakes Sewing Entrepreneurs Make and How to Avoid Them. You won't want to miss that one. It's packed with useful advice. Until then, happy sewing and happy selling.